Out of the ashes of the Holocaust, my grandfather in 1946 fled to Budapest, Hungary. At the metro station, he heard two people talking. One of them told the other, "You know, it's a shame that Hitler and the Nazis didn't kill more Jews, because after the Holocaust, it seems that more of them came back here to Budapest." My grandfather saying that in that moment he understood he have no future in Europe and immigrated to Israel in the same week. In 1948, he fought the independence war against the Arab nation that tried to eliminate and destroy the young Jewish nation. 70 years later, I followed his footsteps and joined the IDF. But I joined as a Messianic Jew that believing in Jesus. I served for 5 years as officer in one of the special forces. And this period of time was very hard for me, but I learned so many things about my faith, about my character, and I kept the faith. But my story is not the typical story of the Messianic Jews that going to the IDF. Actually, the true story is much more hard, difficult, and tragic than that. Up to 40% of the Messianic Jews leaving the faith during this army service of 2 to 3 years. The big question is why? You can imagine an 18 years old kid that grew up in a believer home and in a church suddenly going to a company of 24/7 non-believers. In one hand, he will have religious people attacking his faith, attacking Jesus and Christianity. In the other hand, he will have secular people and atheists attacking even the idea of believing in God. Sometimes he can be with a bad company of people that will watch pornography in the room, attack his faith, curse, and just talk about girls all day. Many of our young women finding themselves starting a relationship with non-believers and leaving the faith because of that. During the end of my service, God put it very strongly on my heart to join the effort of ministry with Messianic soldiers that's serving in the army. Our goal is to strengthen, build, and disciple our young men and women before they go into the army service. And when they're in army service, to teach them, encourage them, and disciple them to keep the faith and to be light and testimony to their non-believer friends serving with them.